Okay, it seems there is no time to rest, no time to waste. Just 5-6 days to the start of another new campaign without transfers. Transfers ending on Monday. That is around 5 p.m. So, and Arsenal hopefully are getting their man because Lyon have already showing positive signs. If it's a test, I should say the signs are positive because the medical language is funny. When something it's bad news, it is positive, and when it's good news, negative. Then it's quite funny. But anyway, let's get into it. Back at it again. You get me? Back at it again. Now, today I've done a couple of stories. Now this is story number 3, and I'm talking about Aouar as well because there is another big development from Fabrizio Romano. And you know me, when I get something from Fabrizio Romano, it's a video. Anything from Fabrizio Romano about Arsenal is a video. So whenever I come live and I'm talking about Fabrizio Romano, you guys got you've got to get your pens and paper and write down whatever I'm talking about. Now, Romano has said that we have promised the agent of Aouar that we shall take the player out of Lyon. You get me? He said Arsenal have promised the agent of Aouar that they will sign the player this transfer summer. Now, there are things that are interesting. There are things that are interesting one by one. Lyon have also agreed a deal between them and AC Milan plus Lucas Paqueta to sign him as a possible replacement of Aouar today. Now this is really getting interesting for me. It's really getting interesting for me. I'm not really meaning that Aouar has signed for us, and I'm not saying if he signs it's going to be the only Jesus Christ of Arsenal. No, it's not going to be like that. When he comes, that doesn't mean that our problems are done. That doesn't mean that everything is done. But at least allow me give you the the update, because it's good news anyway, isn't it? It's good news. So Fabrizio Romano says that AC Milan and Olympic Lyon have reached an agreement, total agreement between the two clubs to see that they can actually exchange a player in the names of Lucas Paqueta, who signed for AC Milan in 2019 for Flamengo. He's a good player, and at times I ask myself, where did the Arsenal scouting team go? Because these were the kind of players we used to sign before. The Lucas Paquetas, the Aouars before they became stars. The Samuel Nasris, if you still remember, the Chess Fabregas, the Alexander Belongs. We signed them when nobody knew them. Now we are signing players after they have made big names and they're asking for big wages and big money. Did our scouting strategies die? Did our scouting board die? I'm not really sure. Maybe we need to look into that. But so Lyon are going for Lucas Paqueta as the possible. I'm not going for. They are signing Lucas Paqueta as the replacement of Aouar. However, they have also put a transfer deadline. Jean-Michel Aouar said any player who will leave Lyon, it will be by this Friday. You get me? By this Friday. Now that means that any player who will not, whose deal will not materialize by Friday, no deal. Does that mean, we might not get him? Does that mean we might get him this week? I'm planning on doing a video about that, but still, it gets me more anxious and gets me a little bit excited, because if Arsenal really in the shape we are, we can't get out of the transfer window without signing players. If any player, right? Right? That would be. I think we have some level of integrity. We shall get ashamed. So I know we shall go for one player, especially to solve the mess in the midfield. Now, Lyon saying that they cannot allow any player to move out of the club beyond this Friday. It brings more more joy to Arsenal. And Fabrizio Romano just confirmed that we are in talks. We are in talks with Lyon today. So we are going back in talks with Lyon today, and of course Jean-Michel Aouar really made us look like fools in the media when he said that we went in with a very stupid bid that was, not even, susceptible to making them, think about selling. Yeah, but of course, that is Arsenal. He has to know. They think they are the only hard team to negotiate with. We are also hard teams, man. We are also a hard team to negotiate with, especially when we don't have the money. But it's great news. It's great news. It's a great update. I thought about doing it before I come, live on the transfer talk show. Lucas Paqueta replaces Aouar at Lyon. It makes sense. I think Lyon have a very good, scouting board. They have a very good scouting network. Just look at how they're losing Aouar, but just look at how they're replacing him with a player exactly of his quality. Because by the time in 2019, Paqueta's statistics, he scored 10 goals. His statistics are better than those of Aouar, and that's what I say, that how come that our scouts have never talked about Lucas Paqueta? Like, seriously, they have never. Don't you ask yourself such questions, Gunners? Like, in the past 2 transfer summers, almost all the players we have been linked with have been 40 plus, 35 plus million players. What happened to the Arsenal that used to bring in players, who are not known by anyone? The players who could, just come and do wonders when nobody expected them to do that. What happened to the Arsenal that used to sign MVPs, young MVPs in Netherlands, in France, in Turkey? Those things never happen anymore. We don't have the money, and we are fighting with the men with the big money in the transfer market, and that's why we're losing out on most deals. Trust me, if there was a team that was interested in Aouar, I don't know if we have, we would have, beaten the competition off. You think so? Anyway, so big update. Lucas Paqueta is crossing over to Lyon, and we are getting our man. I'm really comfortable. I've always, I told you Arsenal will sign Aouar for one reason or the other at any point in time, and you guys were really doubtful. And I understand why you guys were doubtful, because at times, in most cases, you have to really think about the possibilities. And the possibilities of Arsenal signing a player this season, this transfer summer, apart from the first 3 we brought in, they've been quite unpredictable, very unpredictable. But I think we are getting our man finally. I think he will put on shirt number 11. I want to predict his jersey. I think he will put on shirt number 11 or shirt number 26. I think one of those 2 jerseys could be his jersey number. And Jean-Michel Aulas just threatened us that if we don't get him by Friday, we should just forget about it. But that's a lie. I think, I remember Jadon Sancho's, deadline to Manchester United is almost 20 or 30 days old now. But there are still hopes of getting Jadon Sancho to England. So, these transfer deadlines, especially by, at the time, why would you put a deadline on Friday when you know that the transfer summer ends on Monday? At times, for me, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. I think Lyon are just trying to speed up. I think they're just trying to speed up, the reaction. They are putting some little catalysts into the deal. I'm not really scared about that. I'm not really scared about that. Let them put the deadlines and so on. As long as we can pay the money, we shall get our man. And then forget all about this, creative midfielder problems and so on. And then focus on the defensive issues in the midfield, because that is one thing we are still suffering from. But I want you guys to be very confident. Yesterday, one big journalist working with Bain Sports, I think I've done that story, and he said, this is a deal where nothing much has to be done. Clearly, guys, nothing much has to be done. Is Lyon refusing to sell? No. Is Arsenal, not interested? He interested. Is the player not interested? He is interested. So, what is the difficult part of this deal? Sincerely, What's the difficult, like, you know, like Hafid said, huh? What is the hard, you know, what's the hard part of this deal? There isn't a hard, there isn't anything hard about this deal. It's just something, you know, small like this. Just crossing over the line and breaking the, you know, the price, you know, blocks, which are, you know, becoming the, the roadblocks, this, you know, in this case. And then we get our man. So Lyon have replaced him, and anytime soon I think they will be announcing Lucas Paqueta as their man. I think they were quite insecure to sign in another player, to sell off another player of his quality as Aouar without replacing him. I think it's good business. They have always done good business. Lyon, Dortmund, Ajax, they do good business. They do good business. It's very interesting. But anyway, keep up the love to the channel. You guys really smash the like button, and I love it. You smash the like button, so make sure you know smash the like button. They are going to buy Lucas Paqueta as at 16.3 million. It's a cheap deal. How I wish Arsenal was the one signing Lucas Paqueta. That means we would have more and more cash at our disposal to buy another midfielder. Because if you get 3, you know, it would make sense. But anyway, I'm coming with a live transfer show, so this video must end here. I'm coming with a live transfer show. Probably I'll see the studio if it's free. Then I'm coming with a transfer video. Asema what signs this week. That's the video coming up. Asema what signs this week. And what signs this week. Anybody who has doubts in that, we meet. Go in the comment box if you have any doubts on Asema what signing this week. I'm coming back.